Buongiorno everyone. It's not quite cans yet, is it? Another week goes by and the Takeover still isn't here. Mike Ashley still is here. I was going to say I'd leave that one uncracked, but then I ruined it. Smashed it open. It's been a long week. Still grafting, so still getting down here. Be patient. We brought the thing out the other day. The old Boris scale, 1 to 5. How confident are you of the Takeover going through? A lot of you are on 3, 4s, some of you are saying 5s. It's not going to happen anymore. So this video, I thought I'd ring it up and say, is the Takeover actually happening? Got a few of the lads, a few of the regulars, Geordie, Ric and that, coming on with their opinion, couple of minutes from each of them. See what they've got to say. But from me, yes, it is happening. Patience. Right, I've been saying this for a while now and I'm getting a bit bored of it. But I'm getting a bit bored of the Takeover now, to be honest, because it's getting to that point where we're all just sick of it. You probably won't even watch us, you're just sick of even the potential stuff. Like at first it was like, Takeover's happening, who we're going to sign, blah, and now it's just like, another day goes by and you still haven't done it. Like going through Twitter every day, and then you're opening it up and then you get a notification from NUFC and you, oh yeah, it is, yeah. Oh no, it's just Bobby Orro's birthday. Bobby Orro, what next? Joe Kinneas, yeah? Oh, let's watch the 8-0 win. No, I didn't want to watch old football. New football's coming back next month and I want the new players in. That's what I want, yeah? Just desperate for this to go through now. I am confident though. I do think it is still going to go through. I just think obviously these things apparently take, what, 2 to 4 weeks? We've eclipsed that now. What, we're in the 5th, 6th week now since the rumours leaked. Apparently it's been going on since January though. And I think the Premier League are just weighing it out because they have to. They have to make it look like they are doing the proper due diligence checks. They're taking it seriously. They're taking all these letters from Saudi Arabia over. Like obviously it's a tragic thing that happened with that wifey's husband, the journalist. But it's all rumours. Nothing's been proven yet that it was bin Salman. But all of that kind of thing, it's like just begging it at NUFC fans. We haven't had a say in out. We haven't had a say in Mike Ashley being here for 13 years, or him fucking putting out 0 contracts to the poor bastards that work at Sports Direct, or anything like that. Like, we don't have a say in anything to do with the football club, or who's your manager, or who's your owner. So why would we turn this down? Why would we turn down the chance to actually have some ambition? Not ignoring the fact that what goes on in Saudi Arabia and stuff, but at the end of the day, it's not down to the fans, and we're not supporting anyone but the black and white, but Newcastle United. Every single day it just seems to be something else though. It's another Middle Eastern country, it's a French, someone in France, someone in Italy. 9 or 10 Premier League clubs don't think it should happen. Obviously, they're not going to want us to buy the best players. Villa, take Grealish off him, yeah. Wilson off Bournemouth, whoever else, and just for the competitive streak, because they know it's less chance of them getting anywhere. Anytime with West Ham breaking into Europe or whatever it is, like nobody's going to want to go over. But did anyone have a say when Man City got taken over? Did they ask Newcastle? Did they say, oh, you're a bigger club than Man City now? Would you like them to get taken over and then be much bigger than you in 2-3 years' time with success? Nobody asked us. Nobody asked if we wanted Roman Abramovich yet to take over Chelsea. Load of bollocks. Every day it's the same articles that are linking us with Gareth Bale, and then 2 hours later saying that it's collapsed, saying the takeover's collapsed, not happening. 3 hours later, continuous signing. Agents spotted on the quayside. Yeah, took his dog for a walk. Emigrated already. Didn't believe it. It's all just clickbait. It's all just hearsay. It's a load of bollocks. I was very confident. I was confident this Saturday this video was going to be a Takeover done video. So that's why I thought I'd get the lads on to see if they're still confident. Next weekend, surely. It feels like we've been saying that for weeks, doesn't it? Like every single week, oh, it's going to be this week, it's going to be this week. It just keeps on getting delayed, hearing nothing. Reporters don't have a clue what's going on. Like Keith Downey, everyone who's been asked to report on, like nobody knows. Still in the Premier League's hands. They're still delaying it. You've got to remember we're in the middle of a pandemic. Yeah, we're in the middle of them trying to do Project Restart, bringing Premier League football back. So there's a lot on their plate. But you'd think it would still be done. Surely it's got to be next week. It's got to be sometime soon. But here's what the rest of the lads have got to say. Drop your comments below. Is it happening? Is it not?
Geordie Ric here, behalf of the Magpie channel, Big Renty. Give you an idea of my thoughts on the takeover and stuff. It's going to happen. To be honest, I'm not really that worried. I feel like it is going to happen. I think it's just taking time. I think it's so much further than anything else that's ever happened in terms of takeovers and stuff and in the last 13 years. So I think we're going to be fine. I definitely don't think it's a red herring or anything like that. You're going to get some, silly stories come out. I think we've just got to keep the faith. I don't think the Premier League's going to find anything. You've got the owners of Sheffield United, stuff like that, Man City, I don't know whether they're all from the same country, Saudi Arabia, or, but you kind of just, I don't know, you kind of be like, oh, they're not suitable to take over. you would have to look at every other owner in the football club. Like, look at Mike Ashley, what he's done with Sports Direct and stuff like that. So, to be honest with you, I'm not concerned. I definitely think it's going to happen. You know, I think we've just got to look forward to when football season gets back and started. I suppose we've got the Bundesliga the day. I know most people are Schalke fans because of the Toon Link, but I'm a Dortmund fan the day, like, not gonna lie. Big fan of Jadon Sancho and Haaland as well. Quite excited, so gonna get that watched. But yeah, you know, there's no need to worry about it. It's gonna happen. Due diligence. I think, to be honest, I think we've got enough money that'll go through anyway. I'm not concerned at all. I just look forward to signing Coutinho, you know, Neymar, get Ronaldinho out of jail, bring him to the Toon. John Flanagan, why not? But I'm kind of excited about it, man. That's football's back up and running. Hopefully we'll get the season finished. As crap as it's been without football, you could have football on nearly every day when the Premier League restarts, so that's going to be exciting. And then, yeah, you know, if I honestly think the takeover is going to happen, so providing that goes through, as I said before, hopefully sign Jack Grealish and build the team around him. Here's the next season, man. Get the cans here. Aye.
Okay, I'll keep this fairly brief because I think the takeover is a formality. It's been delayed because of Project Restart. All this nonsense about, you know, Premier League teams complaining, that's inevitable because you know, with an unlimited budget, richest club in the world, teams are going to be fearing Newcastle on this. So if I was in their position, I would try and lodge a complaint in, but on what grounds? You know, any viewers can, you know, text in and say what the grounds are. You know, because, you know, guilty by allegation, is that how life works? These absolute nonsense. It's going to happen. You know, why has it not happened? Man City, did they have these problems? The Saudi owners linked to the royal family for Sheffield United. You know, I didn't even know until that had went through that that had happened. So don't think they must have had too much of a problem. Abramovich at Chelsea, game changer in terms of multi-millions changing football. So, you know, they went through. Newcastle will go through. So make sure your cans are chilled in the fridge. Mine's in the fridge. I'm not going to touch it. I'm going to have I'm going to ice it. I'm going to get the bubbly out. Might even crack open a bottle of Bollinger and have a virtual chat with Ric Flair or something. Come on, tune, black and white on.
So I'm currently midway in my cycle in front of Stirling Castle there in the background, but all the talk at the moment is of a different castle, Newcastle. The takeover, won't it happen? My thoughts on it are, it will. I think it's clear Ashland wants the money, wants to, he probably needs to cash in with the current climate, needs the cash. The cash is there. We know that the Saudis have got that money, so it's just a case of will it pass these tests which the Premier Leagues are looking at, and that's where all the doubt is. For me, without knowing a lot about what actually goes into those tests and what's looked at, I'm confident from what the sources are saying everywhere that it looks like it's going to be approved. I see everyone getting impatient on Twitter saying, surely it would have happened by now, but for me, those things are going to get looked at, and especially if this is a deal probably nothing like any football club's probably ever seen before, with the controversy, the money involved. So the Premier League are going to have to obviously protect themselves during it, which is probably why it's taken so long, and then all the sort of outside influences wanting it not to happen. They're going to have to make sure they get it right, which for me is the right thing, and take your time, but just make sure it gets done. That's the thing we want at the end of the day. So I'm not losing any confidence. The fact it's not been announced yet, I'm pretty confident it will, and yeah, hopefully we'll have our club back, have a bit of money, and have something to look forward to on the pitch, which we've not really. So yeah, I'm not impatient, and I think, yeah, ride it out, and hopefully we'll have a new owner soon. Sooner the better.
Buongiorno everyone, Keg here, just to give you a little update on my thoughts on the takeover rumours, or whatever you want to call it, the facts, the tabloids. I don't really know what's happening at the minute, but I know not a lot of people know what's happening at the minute. We're all a little bit in the dark, so just I'll give you my thoughts on it, and I'll just say be patient. That's all I think. Be patient. I believe it's going to happen. It seems like deja vu. I know that it seems to be the exact same position we were in last year. Obviously, we thought we were going to get taken over by the Dubai firm. That was leaked documents and stuff all this last year, reports from Sky Sports News and all this other stuff that made we believe. A lot of we believed it. We're all hooked, line, sinkered. But obviously, it turned out to be bullshit. This time, I believe it is real. I know a lot of people still don't. I know most people believe it's real now. It seems a lot more legit. It's definitely happening. It's definitely real. But will it go through or not? With the stage that we're at with the takeover now, the forms have been signed, the takeover's been agreed, the forms have been submitted to the Premier League, and that's where we're at now, and that's what we're waiting on. Obviously, the Premier League have got bigger fish to fry at the minute. That's why I say be patient. It'll happen. The whole coronavirus thing, the league being postponed, possibly cancelled, that's what they're working on. That's their priority. They need to know when and if the league will be brought back, and if it will, how will it be safe? How are we going to keep everything contained? Are we going to bring back fans? Probably not. The rest of the season will probably be behind closed doors. But what will that mean for the players, the staff, everyone involved, camera crews? That's their priority. And if they can't ensure that, then they're going to have to discuss cancelling the season. So that's the Premier League's priority. They need to ensure the safety of all 20 teams, not just the one. Newcastle are the only team that are really bothered by this. No one else really gives a shit. Like, we're the only ones that care. But I think it is important to the Premier League, just not as important. Like, getting things sorted for the rest of the league is their number one priority. I'm sure Newcastle's a close second, but it's not number one. They've got a major priority. I think it's important to them because the new owners are going to be pumping millions, if not billions, into the Premier League. Like, this could put them into a whole new stratosphere. Like, obviously the Premier League is the biggest league in the world, but with the owner, like Man City, for example, I know we talk a lot about Man City. They weren't a big club before their takeover, but now they're one of the biggest teams in the world. They've got interest, they've got support from every corner of the globe. There's a lot of new fans from around the world buying jerseys, wanting to watch Premier League games that Man City are involved in because they're buying the best players. And that's what Newcastle can do. Newcastle's going to be, well, like 100 billion times richer than what Man City are, something like that. I don't even know, but like, Newcastle's takeover could mean serious business for the Premier League in terms of the things I just said. Revenue, they're going to be making millions, if not billions. Shirt sales, viewing figures worldwide. So it is important to the Premier League, but it's not their main priority. I know people are still concerned about this human rights thing. Obviously, Saudi Arabia's got a bad record of human rights and all this, that and the other. Everyone's trying to petition to make sure that it doesn't go through. They don't think they're suitable owners. I've even seen some Newcastle fans agree. They don't think that we should be in the hands of these kind of people. But I don't think it's a big issue. Saudi Arabia are just behind on the times. Like, they're like living in the 1800s. That's just the way it is. They're not up to scratch where we are. They live a completely different life. It's a completely different culture over there. Over there, they don't really see anything wrong with it. They're living their life just as they know it. Like, it's not anything different. Like, we're not really in a position to judge how they live their life. Like, it's not right. Yeah, people think that the takeover could be cancelled because of that. I don't think so. Because of the points that I just mentioned, how much money it can make. Plus, there's already Saudi owners with the Sheffield United owners in the Premier League. So it would be quite hypocritical of them to block anything. It would be wrong for the Premier League, for themselves, because of how much money and investment they could lose in sponsors and new fans. But also, they've already got Saudis in. Just because they're richer, they're maybe more, like, because of the crowns or the prince, they're higher up in Saudi Arabia. What does that matter? That doesn't matter to me at all. So that's it. I just think we've got to be patient, hold on. I think it will happen once the Premier League gets resolved. When we get an announcement, it's either going to continue or it's cancelled. That'll probably be the first announcement. We, as fans, just need to hold tight. It will happen. I believe so. It could take weeks. It could take a couple more months. It might take right up until the start of next season, whenever that's going to be. But for now, just hold tight, keep your fingers crossed, keep the cans cold, and be prepared. It's going to happen. Takeover soon.